Gotta pick myself up, man.
What's going on, you guys? My name is Cisco.
And Isaias.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Vorsk VMP-2 line because we have every single one of them.
Yeah, these things are freaking sweet, man. Because again, there are going to be 3 different variations of this platform. But we're going to be doing kind of a quick overview of the platform itself and some questions that kind of arise for its purpose, for its intention, and just the overall, like, why does it even exist?
And yes, this is compensating for something.
You said it, not me.
Okay, so first up, highlighted directly in front of us is going to be the Vorsk VMP-2 Assaulter. This is going to be the CQB version of the gun. I know overseas they have other versions that we are working on getting in, but
they're coming soon.
Yeah, this is currently what we have available. So the Assaulter is going to have about a 12-ish, like 10 to 12-ish barrel length. The M-LOK rail, Picatinny up top. It's going to have AR-15 or gas blowback AR-15 pistol grip, but 1911.
1911 style. I don't know why. What was the purpose behind it? It's not the most uncomfortable thing in the world, but it definitely could be better. But again, like Cisco was saying, you can swap this out for just a standard AR style pistol grip. No problem on there as well.
Yep.
Telescoping retractable stock on here. You do actually get some nice fiber rear and front sights as well. And in case you did want to know, just like you can change out the pistol grip on here on any of the Vorsk VMP-2s, you can also change out the handguard too. I personally really like this specific M-LOK style handguard. I think it looks really clean. But again, if that's not your style, you can always go ahead and change that out. And it is going to be using an ambi style control system on there as well.
That's right. This one in particular is going to be the only model out of the 3 that we have that shoots full auto. So safe, semi-full auto, ambidextrous fire selector, magazine release, ambidextrous trigger. That's always important.
always need that.
Yeah, always. But something that we kind of glazed over, the buffer tube is a mil-spec as well, so you could change that out. 6-position standard. You could do whatever you want with it.
This stock, though, is pretty comfy. I gotta be honest. Yeah. I actually like the way it feels.
Honestly, it bugs me how many QD sling points are on it. So there are
hey, man,
6.
You have options, all right?
6 total. Right here, right here, right here, and then on the other side. And then you have 2 more on the high impact polymer lower receiver. The rail is going to be made of the same material, but the upper receiver is going to be CNC'd aluminum, CNC'd machined aluminum, I should say. So you are getting a high quality product out of the box. This version is going to be coming with a, I believe this is a 30, no, maybe even more. I want to say like 40-something round magazine.
You either get the choice of 2 different options depending on the model that you get. Now, the Assault is going to be the only one that comes included with the extended magazine, but the Recon and the Marksman are going to come with the shorter style magazine, which honestly, I think these are super cute.
Why did you say cute?
I don't know.
It's a 20. That for sure is a 20-round magazine. These ones are going to be, I want to say, about 40, 45-round magazines. Super gas efficient because of the super lightweight bolt. It's literally like this big, cycling back and forth. It's not moving as far as an AR-15 would. So you are getting really good gas efficiency, and even in full auto, the rate of fire was around 18, 20 BBs a second.
18, 20 BBs a second, and the gun, the Assault specifically, is going to be shooting at about 3 to 310 FPS like max, which again is going to be perfect for CQB if you wanted to run that to your indoor field. This is going to be a very nice setup, because even the barrel length, it could be a lot longer. Right, this is something that you could easily run in an indoor. Yeah, especially when you compare it to its longer brethren.
Okay, so that's a quick overview of that. If you want to pick up the Recon, Isaias has the Recon in his hands. I have the DMR in my hands. A lot of the features are going to be the same. Same material for the upper low receiver, hand guard. It is going to be same pistol grip. These do have buffer tubes. The Recon has an adjustable cheek riser and is adjustable in position. But the DMR is going to have a fixed position stock with the adjustment riser and QD sling points all over the place again. Now, this is what really bugs me, though, because we were looking it up. I don't even know if that's in frame.
These things are so long. Hey, that's what she said. Anyway, but these things are so massive.
Yeah.
I'm not helping.
You're
I'm making it worse. But when we were looking up the FPS on these, and you're absolutely right on this. For whatever reason, the Recon actually shoots at about 430 FPS average. The Marksman, you would expect, literally being called Marksman, would shoot a little higher. Yeah. It does. Only 20 FPS more. It shoots at about 450.
Yes.
Like, why even bother? Vorsk, that's actually the one thing I'm going to critique. Why even bother? You might as well have just gone the full hog and just go full 500.
You know, I agree, and at the same time, what really irks me about that is that the Recon and the DMR share the same barrel rail assembly.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing across the board.
The main differences are going to be between the two, besides like external accessories, are just going to be the nozzle. The nozzle is going to dictate how much gas is actually being pushed out of the barrel and the pressure. So that's the main difference. Other than that, again, externals, they are pretty much the same thing. I think one thing that we forgot to mention is the hop-up unit specifically.
Yeah, it's using a TDC hop chamber across all three models, which is actually very, very nice. I appreciate that quite a bit.
Yeah, honestly, it's super easy to access. It's nice and tactile, so you can hear the clicks into place. But it does accept VSR inner barrel cut barrels
and buckets.
and buckets. Yeah, so that's actually really cool. You do have adjustability. Out of the box range, Isaiah, what would you say that these bad boys are reaching out to?
When I tested it out with the Assault variant, I was able to get 180 to about 200 feet accurately. Effective range. Again, I probably could go a little bit further. I would feel confident that I could hit targets further out, man-sized targets, no problem. Anything past 220 feet, though,
a little questionable.
A little questionable. Maybe not as consistent. Obviously, it's going to improve once you go over to the Marksman and to the DMR variant. The Marksman is the DMR one.
Recon.
Recon, there you go. The Marksman and the Recon are going to fare a little bit better, but probably not a ton, if I'm being completely honest, which is, again, one thing that was a little bit of a downside. I was hoping that these guys would be like just pre-built DMRs literally right out the box, and to an extent they are. But again, just could use a little bit of a TLC in that department. But again, buckings and inner barrel. I mean, what airsoft gun doesn't benefit from that, right?
Yeah, honestly, for what you're getting out of the box, especially at the price point, they are very competitive. Especially it being a gas blowback rifle, you are getting roughly AEG range and accuracy.
At an AEG price that's at a mid-tier sort of level.
Yeah.
That's the thing that kind of blows my mind about the Vorsk VMP-2s. And what I do want to congratulate Vorsk and what they've done here. They've definitely made they've definitely made getting into the gas blowback scene way easier and way more accessible. Now the prices for each of these are going to vary. With the Assault, I have my breaking the immersion. I do have my notes written down here. The Assault is going to be shooting at about, it's $237.49 for the Assault version. The Recon is actually going to be at $258.90, while the longer Marksman is actually going to be at $269.
About $240, $260 for the Recon, and what was it, $270?
Yeah, $269, but yeah, $270. $270 for the longest variant.
For the DMR. And again, the DMR and the Recon are the only ones, or they shoot semi. The Assaulter
are locked in semi entirely.
Yeah, so there is no questioning your integrity on the field if your trigger finger is just that quick.
Which is kind of nice because, again, a lot of fields will only allow you to run your gun as a DMR, be able to access those higher FPS and be able to play with it if it's semi-locked either mechanically or electronically, right? There can be no way that you'll easily be able to go out and full out, which thankfully these do. These are perfect.
Yeah, honestly, they're super dope. I haven't tested it out yet, but I do want to see if I could just swap the receivers on them so I could do full auto with the the DMR.
I'm pretty sure it's actually possible, if I'm not mistaken. Like fairly confident.
Yeah, same. But I mean, to each their own. Honestly, I think each model is really sweet. But if you guys haven't figured out, these aren't based on any real firearm.
No, you can see a little bit of like influence, maybe inspiration, if you will, from several other platforms that maybe do exist, kind of in this weird amalgamation of a platform. But honestly, there's really nothing on the market that this is really based off of. This is not licensed or any sort of clone or repro of anything that exists out there, at least not that we're aware of.
Yeah, exactly. So when I first saw these, when you guys were at MOA, I was like, oh, it's an updated KCO2.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, which is based off of the Ruger 1022. And I was like, cool, I love that platform. That's super dope. It's not.
It's no.
It's not. It looks like it. It's maybe like a hint of influence.
Like if you're kind of far away, you're squinting, you got sweat in your eyes from playing. It's like, is that a 1022? I could see that. But upon further inspection, that it is definitely not the case here.
I don't know why, but my mind gravitated to the CAPTCHA, like when you're trying to...
Oh, yeah.
The CAPTCHA images.
Yeah.
And it's like, pick the 1022. There's no 1022.
There's no 1022.
Yeah. off the bat, it kind of looks like it, but it's not. Once you start looking at it, it just is a really unique platform. Again, AR-15 pistol grip, even though the pistol grip out of the box is shaped like a 1911.
I don't know.
Strange. M4 mil-spec buffer tube, AR style handguard. I did forget to mention that the barrel is threaded counterclockwise, so keep that in mind. But you can get, this is actually the mock suppressor for the VMP-1, the SMG.
Oh, the one that comes included with the VG1S.
Yeah.
That one's sick.
Yeah, this was cursed to begin with.
It looks kind of cool. I like it.
It's so unnecessary.
Hey man, it looks cool. All right, but there is one question that kind of derives from this though, because this is not a platform that is obviously based off of any one particular model in existence.
Mm-hmm.
What type of players should be using these rifles, or who were these essentially designed for, really?
Oh, that is a very good question. Honestly, I think these are more geared toward more intermediate to advanced players. I don't know if I could wholeheartedly recommend this platform to someone starting off in Airsoft, which we've talked about before. We want to give someone who's starting off in Airsoft all the tools for them to explore the sport accurately, and then they can experiment on their own with different classes. Getting into the gas blowback world is a little bit pricey. Granted, again, Vorsk has made it very attainable to get into the gas blowback world without breaking the bank, which is super dope on them. But long-term cost really comes into effect. Each magazine is going to be roughly $40-ish bucks, give or take $10.
Which, to be fair, for a gas blowback is actually really well priced.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to the cost of an AEG magazine, where even the most expensive, like EPM1, is like what, 30 tops?
Yeah, 30,
right?
35 maybe. Yeah, it does stack up. Plus, again, the firepower you actually have. You know, if you get the extendos, 40-ish BBs per magazine.
Max.
You know, if I'm thinking, me personally, for SMGs, I like running at least like 6-7 magazines.
That adds up.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, $280 a magazine.
Oh.
Yeah, so it does. It will start to stack up. I mean, there are companies like TAP who already make HPA adapters for it, which is super dope because, I mean, startup cost to get into HPA setup is going to be probably the same as
the tank, the reg, the line, and then the adapter itself.
Exactly. So it might be the same for the cost of magazines, if not a little more. But long term, you fill up the tank, you use AEG magazines, and then you're golden, right? And honestly, in this type of platform, I would honestly recommend it.
Yeah.
Because I can't even lie. When I had my KCO2, I was like, I want to HP adapt this.
I could see that. I've seen it.
I just wanted
before.
Because
it's fun.
It's especially this. It's so fun. I think one thing that really sways me away from HP tapping like gas blowback rifles is the amount of air being used.
Sure.
With such a gas efficient system, you're gonna get more shots per tank.
Yeah.
Right? Compared to like just a regular AR gas blowback rifle. So
one thing I actually do want to point out too as well for anyone that is, saying that like gas blowback haters saying that, oh yeah, the minute the temperature drops, you're not gonna be able to use it.
I tried to go really futuristic with these.
I like it. It looks cool. But one thing I wanted to benefit, it doesn't look that bad. I've seen way worse. But one thing that I did want to benefit or show off rather for the Vorsk is that these things were actually really well designed when it came to cold weather resistance.
Oh, really?
So Vorsk, obviously being a European brand, I could totally see them taking into effect that, hey, we need to make sure that these things can actually handle up in the colder environments and colder seasons. Because I did actually do a test on my own. I actually posted it on.
Oh yes,
I
did see it.
We did 20 rounds, shorter mags, mind you, on the Assaulter when I was doing like FPS and chrono testing and stuff, and trying to put it through its paces, trying to figure out exactly how long it would last before I start getting some problems. Bear in mind, you would never normally ever put full auto tests like and just mag dump 20 mags like back to back to back, same magazine over and over and over again. And I did. The mag still held up, right? The mag itself still worked. The gun still fired.
Wait, how many mags did you go through?
20 times full auto.
My mind first heard it as 20 shots. I was like, that ain't a lot.
No.
20 magazines in a row is
20
nuts.
magazines, same magazine, refilled every single time.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And it
crazy.
got freezing cold, but it still fired. It still worked every single time. Obviously, yes, the closer you get to like the 20, yes, the FPS is going to significantly decrease, especially on that last magazine. But hey, it was still able to put rounds down range and at a fairly respectable range at that point. You know, I have to respect for it for what it actually does. It's made to handle the cold. Again, it's also probably helps too that it's got such a low travel in the bolt. It's not going very far, right? When you compare it to like say other ARs, right, that exist on the market. So it's actually very well thought out and very well put together for that. So this is, I can imagine, like you said, any intermediate, maybe advanced player. And even though, yes, I don't normally recommend beginners getting into gas blowback, I can totally see this being the gas blowback I would recommend to beginners because, again, it is going to be something that's going to be fairly resistant to colder weather and the cooldown effects.
That is very, I respect that opinion, especially what you said about beginners. One thing that I really emphasize to people getting started in gas blowback is don't shoot full auto.
Yeah,
your efficiency, efficiency goes out the door. Okay, what was a magazine that was capable of shooting 3 loads of BBs with one fill turns into like half a mag. I was gonna cuss. This is how passionate I am about it. Half a mag of BBs on one fill of gas. It can do it.
But you shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. It doesn't mean it was made to do that long term. It's just a feature.
It felt like Vorsk though kind of was like, all right, look, we know that there's gonna be someone that really wants to try doing full auto.
Yeah.
Let's just try to bulletproof it against that just in case.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. We would never ever recommend doing that. Like when would you ever 20 of these in back to back to back to back, and you know what I mean, the same one over and over. You would never do that. But if you ever had to, you should feel confident knowing that these mags are actually built fairly well and that the internals are going to again continue shooting despite everything.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, that does kind of bring us to the next question because again, these are not based on any real platform. Is there any benefit to running a unique platform such as the VMP-2? Like, because it's not based on anything, is there any benefit? I can think of one big one.
What do you got to say?
You don't have to pay the licensing fee.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh, yeah, bro. Let me tell you something.
No SIG, no Glock, no HK. You know what I mean? None of that.
We're losing all our brands. No, I absolutely understand that. I do love going, the as kosher as possible.
Yes.
But honestly, as a player, it really does eat into the cost of the hobby because you're spending a little bit more. Yes, they're authentic. Yes, they're cool. I absolutely love them. But at the same time, if it doesn't serve any real purpose other than looking cool.
Let's be honest. If a lot of those officially licensed guns didn't have the official license on, they didn't have the trades or logos on there, it would be more affordable. Yeah. There's no ifs or buts about it, right? So something like the VMP-2...
This is a controversial topic.
I didn't think it was.
No, because at the end of the day, I respect all businesses, small, large, whatever.
Absolutely.
They should get their bread.
Yes.
Right? If they came out with a unique design, it's their right.
It's their intellectual property. Yeah. Absolutely. I get it.
But at the same time, as the cheap ass that I am,
as the airsofters we are,
boy, I can save so much money.
That's what I'm saying, man. But yes, because these are not based on anything in particular, you avoid that problem altogether, and you look cool. You look unique.
Yeah, depending on the platform itself, the way it's styled, like this is one obviously unique model. Another one that comes to mind is the CSI.
Yeah.
I forget what the actual name of it. You guys know what it is. That is like a space gun, right? A futuristic blaster. And like that's really unique as well. I mean, if you break it down to like its bare bones, it's literally an M4 with a body kit.
Yeah.
But it's really unique. It changes up the look, and it's going to honestly catch eyes more than someone with a 416. MCX, because they're like, oh, okay, I've seen that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I've never seen this.
What is this?
Yeah, right?
What is that? Oh, especially like,
what are those?
Yeah.
What are these?
Yeah. So it does break up the monotony of every AR. Oh, God, that hurt me.
I know. It's like, oh, he struggled to say that one. I saw the strain in your voice saying
let me tell you something. The string in my mind that is holding my brain together is like, boy, you're about to break.
You know what I will say, though? There is another benefit, now that I think about it, to running a more unique platform. The biggest problem with being able to make a lot of airsoft guns is, one, making sure that it's a good, reliable, viable system, but also still accurate to the original platform.
Yep.
When you have your own unique design, you can do whatever you want.
That's fair.
Right? You know what I mean? You're not restricted by at any point because, we have to stick to the original. It's not going to look like an AR. It's not going to look like an AK. It's not going to look like a Saiga. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can do literally anything you want at that point.
That's true. And it is a big gamble for manufacturers to actually do that, which is, respect to Vorsk. They took the risk. They took the gamble. I mean, obviously, they based it around a platform that they had, which was the, VMS?
VG, the SMG version is the VG.
I just call it the VMP-1.
yeah.
That's what I consider
That's
it. That's
what it is.
It's the SMG version. They made it into a carbine, which, more range, more effective accuracy, and honestly, it's a really unique gun that looks super cool.
More potential for accessorization as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you think about how much handguard space.
That's one thing that really prevented me from diving into the original SMG. I was like, it's cool, but it's like, man, I
can't throw your accessories that you like.
Yeah, mainly because it's such a compact platform.
Yeah.
With this though,
all the space in the world.
Yeah, but also what I mentioned earlier, we are getting in, and Vorsk makes shorter models. I think they have like a 6-inch version, even like a 4-inch version.
Woo-hoo!
It's like really compact, really crazy, and I really am excited. I want to pick one up. I want to customize it, see how I can build it out. You guys know me. I like longer guns, but between all of them, I think the Assaulter is my favorite. I can't even lie.
That actually kind of gets into the next question. You kind of answered it, but would we, you and I, run a gun not based on any real-life platform? Let's say the VMP-2, for example. For me, yes! 100%! Yes! No question. You kidding me? This thing, it's affordable, so again, I don't ever really have to feel too guilty about spending the money for it.
Yeah.
2, magazines are already readily available, right? You can get the magazines for these fairly easily, and more components are coming out. Vorsk is doing a pretty good job of providing the healthy ecosystem that a new platform will always need. The biggest thing that I'm always telling companies is that if you're going to come out with a new gun, you come out with the magazines at the exact same time. And Vorsk listened. That is the number one thing. Parts, we can wait a little bit. That's fine. We can, obviously, the more you give us immediately, the better.
Yeah.
But at the very least, magazine has to come out exact same time. And the fact that they listened, thank you. That alone makes school unique, right? You're gonna, like you said, you're gonna turn heads when you bring this onto a field, because most people aren't even gonna know what the hell this even is, unless they're in the know, like following what's the latest release, what's coming out new, right?
Yeah.
I just think it's a really, really cool platform that I think is worth most people's time, and I think it's just a fun gun, man. I think we need more fun. What happened to us as a country? We lost the definition of the word fun. It's all M4 this, competition this, RPS this. What happened to fun?
As a country is nuts, boy.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what came over me. That's the old me. I need to...
Yeah. And to answer that question, would I run a airsoft gun that's not based on a real firearm? For the Vorsk specifically, absolutely. Because it meets criteria that I look for in any gun. Honestly, as I said a second ago, I do like having military style or real styled airsoft guns.
Of course.
But if a airsoft gun, even if it's not based on a real firearm, if it meets my criteria, I'm all in for it. One thing is going to be ergonomics.
Mm-hmm.
Is it easy to operate, or is it clunky and difficult?
A lot of the things I have are very clunky and difficult. You could describe me as clunky and difficult. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Ergonomics. Does it feel good in the hand? Is it easy to manipulate? Number 2, I would say, is going to be performance. Does it actually shoot well out of the box? Can it be upgraded? Can it be modified? With some models, they are proprietary, and I have done the proprietary route before.
Oh, yeah.
Of many different guns, and then maybe half a year later on, after I've broken something, parts are still not available for it, or very difficult to get. Really bothers me. So I want to be able to use the gun and repair it and or upgrade it as needed. And then lastly, it's going to be style. And let's be real, guys.
Yeah, it looks matter, guys.
Airsoft is a fashion show. Everybody's like, oh, cry this. Oh, BMC that.
get it. It looks
we all
cool.
want to look cool. I agree, because I fall into that all the time. You guys see my guns. You guys see what the hell I do with all my stuff. Even my plate carrier, it looks better than I do. What the hell? This is nuts.
Yo, my plate carriers get more pictures than I do. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I don't know why it just came over me.
It's true. It's true. So, like, looks, I would say, is the last thing that I am looking for in a platform, but it really does come down to usability, functionality, and performance. If it meets those three main criteria, I'm in for it all the way. And again, Vorsk does that. With the platform, you do get a very familiar feeling gun. AR, pistol grip, again, 1911.
Well, I don't know why.
But it's still funny, though, because I'm used to the 1911.
Yeah, right?
So it's like, it's not bad. It's not terrible. It looks weird, but it's not bad. M4 buffer 2 or mil-spec buffer 2, you can throw whatever shotgun in there. This is a little long for my taste. Let me pull this bad boy right here. Thank you. So, yeah, like this is exactly like how I would like to run it. It being able to take AR rail systems is super dope also. And then it having not only the TDC hop-up unit, which is super dope. I think a lot of companies should start moving toward that and developing their own.
Yes.
Just because it makes the platform.
Pistols are doing it.
Yeah.
PCCs, rifles have got to start doing it.
Yeah.
Everything should be doing it.
Exactly. But because it takes VSR-10 barrels and buckings, you have aftermarket support to increase your accuracy and range. So that's a platform that has been used for the existence of Airsoft, right?
Since the dawn of time.
So technically, if you could change the outer barrel on this, you could change the handguard, the rail, the barrel. You can create a different platform that's shorter or longer to your like. I don't know why you would go longer.
Yeah, that's a very, I don't know who, you know what? If you wanted to, you possibly could.
You know, the world is your oyster, but you shouldn't shuck it.
Nice. That's a good one. I'm gonna remember that one.
I just came up with that.
That's good, actually. That's a hard bar right there. But I do appreciate what Vorsk is doing here. Seriously, I actually really do like the moves that Vorsk is making, and I want them to continue doing this, right? Yeah.
That was a little fluffy.
There we go.
It's just ergonomic. It feels almost like an AK or M4 style paddle. The selector is, I have short fingers, so it's easily accessible. It's ambidextrous, so the bolt catch is on both the left and right hand side. Magazine release, it hits all the boxes in my opinion.
Yeah. No, this is a very well thought out platform overall, and I think both Cisco and I, yes, so we would be more than happy to run something a little bit more unique, including the Vorsk VMP-2. But honestly, let us know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Guys, this is absolutely fucking fun. I actually had a really, really good time. I cursed by accident. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well.
But honestly, like, I do the same thing. Isaias and I, when we're excited about something, it comes out.
I have a sailor mouth. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it just happens. This is glaze over that. But yes.
I'll try to bleep it out.
Thank you.
I'm not editing that out.
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But this is actually really cool. I personally, again, would love to run something. I saw that. So I would personally love to run a Vorsk VMP-2. But let us know, would you run it, and which version is your favorite? For me, I definitely am leaning towards the Assault because, again, it'd be the easiest to get into. But I kind of like the Recon. But again, that's just me personally. I don't know which one you ultimately would pick. I know you said the Assault as well.
Honestly, I really like the Assault. FPS for it out of the box is a little lackluster for me. I normally play outdoors. But something that we didn't mention earlier is that the nozzles are available aftermarket.
Yes.
You could buy the high FPS nozzle directly from Vorsk, get it shipped to you, and then you can have a platform that could do indoors and outdoors.
We're probably going to be carrying those. Yeah, we're going to be carrying a lot of Vorsk like products, internals as well. So just be on the lookout for that. Remember to like this video. Make sure you hit that bell icon. You're subscribed so you're notified every time we drop new content on the channel, it's including videos like this. Make sure if you want to continue supporting the channel, what they should be doing, Cisco.
Go over to airsoftgi.com, pick up your Vorsk VMP-2 not SMGs, carbines, rifles, gas blowback rifles.
There you go.
That's exactly what it is.
Or
pick up everything else that you want at airsoftgi.com. We got BBs, green gas, batteries, accessories, different other airsoft guns that meet the criteria that I'm fairly sure you are looking for. Shopping over there, getting all your goodies, helps supports us, gets you the best prices that can possibly be given, and allows us to do these videos.
Absolutely. My name is Isaias.
My name is Cisco.
Take it easy, guys.
Peace, y'all.